What's up, JEFusion fans? This is Philip, and welcome back to another video. So, I just checked out Bandai's Candy Toy blog because, you know what? I'm going to link it down in the description so you guys can see it, but it's grinding my gears right now. Okay? So, what exactly happened? You see, Bandai has decided to release the Genomix parts or the Genomics parts for Kamen Rider Demons. So, basically, his accessories are coming out just now. So, if you want to get like more action from your Sodo Kamen Rider Demons, then uh, you could get these accessories and then put them on your Kamen Rider Demons so you get more action, right? So what's coming out are the Mogura drill, the Condor wing, and the Bata legs, and you can combine them with your Sodo Kamen Rider Demons. You can actually put all three accessories together so that you can get the full Genomics Kamen Rider Demons, which is fine and all, but it's how Bandai handles the release of these accessories that's currently grinding my gears. Now, let me explain. So, the upcoming lineup for the Sodo Kamen Rider Revise, you get the Kamen Rider Revi Condor Genome, you get the Vice Brachio Genome, and some other stuff. However, in order to get the accessories for demons, such as the weapons, the weapons that I've mentioned earlier, what you're gonna have to do is you actually have to buy the other sets and figures in order to get your weapons. Bandai could have just put all these accessories into a single box. Well, the Bata leg could be, quite big, I guess, so it could have been on its own, but like the Condor wing and the Mogura drill could have been handled together in one package. However, in order to get those parts, for example, if you want the drill, you need to get the body of the Vice or the Revi Condor genome, and the Condor wings are available with Vice's Brachio genome. I believe it's the body as well. So you'd basically end up buying half of that lineup, or at least over half of that lineup, in order to collect all those parts for Kamen Rider Demons, right? So, what if you don't need those other figures? So, what happens is that you'd basically end up spending more, and you'd probably be getting parts and figures that you probably don't need anyway, unless you are interested in those other figures that include or that happen to include those parts for Kamen Rider Demons. I mean, seriously, the price of Bandai's candy toys have increased over the past few months, actually, and this is not a good way to go about it. Really. I mean, consumers end up spending more for parts that you do need. Well, the majority of the set, you probably don't need. So you'd end up spending more money just to get accessories for demons when Bandai could have just packaged them into one neat, set box. You can buy just that accessory part set and, have the in you can just have your Kamen Rider Demons separately and then buy this upcoming accessory set. If Bandai just did that, it would have been much easier. Actually, for me, it would have made more sense if Bandai just did that and, they put it on the premium Bandai store, which, again, would make more sense than putting the parts separately and you end up getting like revised parts that I don't know. It depends on you, but for me, I don't need those parts. You know, I've always wanted an accessories set for Kamen Rider Demons, and I know that it would come out eventually, but now that it's out, it's not good. Well, the quality is fine, I guess, but again, how those parts are marketed, that's not good, right? Let me repeat that. You're going to spend money just to get accessories for your Sodo Kamen Rider Demons, but you also end up getting other parts. Again, Bandai could have just, put them all into one big accessory box, which probably would still cost around the same, instead of, spreading all these parts amongst figures that, well, depending on your preference, if you want those other figures, let's say you're interested in the Revi Condor genome, so fine, go get them, and you still get the Mogura drill at least. And if you want the Brachio Vice, then you're getting the Condor wings for Kamen Rider Demons, which is okay. And the Bata parts are also sold separately and in two sets. So if you want those, then you can get the figures related to them as well. But again, if you're thinking about budget, this is going to be a bad idea. You know, for me, who's very, very much budget minded, Sodo is the way for me to get Kamen Rider figures without breaking the bank. Like I've said earlier, the prices have gone up. Originally when I started buying Sodo Kamen Rider back in uh, 2017, when actually around 2018, with the Muteki Gamer Kamen Rider Exade, it was just above or just a little below 400 yen. So it was 380 if I remember correctly. And then tax rates have gone up from 8% to 10% in 2020. So the prices of everything, of course, including the Sodo lineup, have increased as well. And then earlier this year, so Bandai announced that they will also be increasing the prices of their Sodo once again. So now, basically, if you have to buy a box, so you would end up spending 500 plus yen for a single box. Not a whole set, a single box. So basically, you would end up spending a little over 1,000 yen just to complete a Sodo figure. Again, compare that to, let's say, almost 5 years ago, 5 years ago, when you would spend like a little, just around, 700 yen. So imagine that increase in price from like about 700 to 1,000 yen. And, you know, if you are really going to get all parts for Kamen Rider Demons just to be sure, then you're better off buying the whole lineup of Kamen Rider Revice, which, again, if you do have the money, is good. And if you do like the figures that are included in this set, even better. So, again, this is bad news for people on a tight budget. I'm speaking as if I'm on a tight budget because I am on a tight budget. I rarely rant about things like these, but really, it's I mean, sure, it's something that, I don't know, Bandai is doing to keep prices as low as they can, but really, this is not the way that it should be. Again, you can just sell like parts for, I don't know, like the Condor Wing, and the Mogura Drill, which they can come in a single box and that would be fine. Or if you want the Batta leg, so uh, I guess because that's kind of a big part, so it would come on a box on its own. But yeah, having all those parts spread over the entire lineup, I really think is a bad idea. So I guess what you could still use all those other parts if you're mixing them with other figures in the lineup if you want to, but if you want the full Genomics Kamen Rider Demons, really, that's way too much money to spend just to complete that figure. And again, the Demon's figure itself is sold separately, so yeah, that's another about 1,000 yen if you're going to get that figure. Like, let's say you're gonna spend about 3,000, maybe even 4,000 yen, just to be sure. So yeah, I apologize for this rant, but again, it's really uncomfortable for me seeing how Bandai is handling the release of the genomics parts for Kamen Rider Demons. So again, if you really want to see what I'm talking about, link is going to be down in the description below. So anyways, thank you so much guys for watching, and yeah, please do leave a like, comment, share this video, subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell so you get the latest from JEFusion. This has been Philip, and I'll see you next time. Bye.